The St. Nick Story by Kate Davis and illustrated by Jared Tohlen. Sneaking in quietly, a stranger at night, normally thoughts that would give us a fright. But not around Christmas, we've heard how it goes. St. Nick fills stockings with presents and bows. The stories are fun, and the gifts are too. But why do we celebrate the way that we do? How did Santa make his way on the scene to this holiday draped in bright red and green? We know Christmas Day is clearly about the birth of our Savior, as the angels did shout. So tell me, old friend, I'm listening still, how did St. Nick become such a thrill? Well, I'm here to tell you a story of love about the jolly old man and his gifts from above. St. Nick was a man who cared a great deal about kids, who had lives full of heartache and fear. One night, 3 sisters sat scared on their cot, sleepless and afraid of what morning light brought. They hadn't enough to survive in their home, so they were to be sold as slaves, separated and alone. Well, Nicholas heard of this terrible fate and rushed to their aid not a moment too late. As their stockings hung drying by the fire that eve, in flew a gift their eyes could not believe. Through their opened window he tossed coins made of gold. St. Nick bought their freedom from out in the cold. The story is told that, as the girls watched with glee, money fell in their stockings, 1, 2, and 3. We may never know just how many names would make up the list of those Santa spared pain. But what we do know, and it's with a big cheer, we can try to be like Nicholas come Christmas each year. We can care more about our neighbors in need than what it might cost to let go of our greed. When we choose to give so that others receive, the Christmas story continues through those who believe. So put aside your list of naughty and nice and extend a gift of love, no matter the price. I imagine St. Nick would be happier still if we celebrated his legacy by doing God's will.
Merry Christmas, Ouachita family. I'm Kate Davis, graduating class of 2010, and I am so thrilled I was able to share my story with you this Christmas. The St. Nick story started as a poem that I wrote when I was working on an Advent devotional. As a new parent, I was struggling to reconcile the message of naughty and nice list from Santa and the undeserved gift of Jesus. So I started looking into it a little more and became fascinated with the true and real stories passed down about St. Nicholas. I decided to write this poem, and then after a few parents asked me for it, I decided to reach out to Jared Tohlen to illustrate it for me. It turned into this book, and this book has now raised over $1,000 for A21, which is a group that ends modern-day slavery today. I would love it if you looked into this story and considered the messages we give to our kids, because you don't really get to choose which stories your kids hold on to. So if we can make every story point more towards the undeserved gift of grace from God and the expansive love He has for us, isn't that better than naughty or nice? I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas.